Hi, Ronan and Ella. You can guess where I am in my room, and Uncle Yale and Donna are here, and Yale has this new magical machine where he's taken a movie of me, and you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to hear me talking. And I wanted to tell you a story that I've never had time to finish. I'm always thinking I'm going to make a book of this story of Charlie and the Fish. But I keep putting it off. So I'm just going to tell you the story. Now maybe you'd have time to make a few drawings when you have time at your own house, because I keep postponing making the drawings for this book. It's a very, very old story that my dad told me when I was very small. I was younger than you, Ronan, and I just love this story. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Charlie and the Fish, by my dad, Charles E. Fox, in Chicago. Ready, begin. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Charlie, and he had bright red hair, straight, not curly, and he had freckles. His mom gave him a new hat, and he said, "Mom, may I go for a walk?" And she said, "Okay, wear your new hat, but remember one thing, Charlie, don't go near the deep water." "Okay, Mom," Charlie said. And he took a nice walk. His mother was cleaning the house. She wasn't worried at all. Well, something terrible came into Charlie's mind. He thought, "I'll just go a little bit near that water, but I won't bend down or get near it. And I'll be very careful of my new hat." This was not a good thing to think, but he kept thinking it. So Charlie walked down near the deep water, and something terrible happened. A big fish came, grabbed his new hat off his head, and went way, way out, laughing and laughing and laughing. Come back," cried Charlie. The big fish just went ho, 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 and went deeper and deeper. Now Charlie knew he was in trouble because he didn't listen to his mother. He did not know what to do. He stood there crying and crying and crying. All of a sudden he heard a little voice. "What's wrong, Charlie? What's wrong, Charlie?" Well, he looked in the trees and he looked under the bushes. Where was this voice coming from? Then he looked in the water, and this beautiful new fish was smiling. Well, Charlie was crying so hard, he said, "That mean fish came, took my hat. I'm going to be in terrible trouble with my mother. Not about the hat, because I just didn't listen to her. I came near this deep water." So the new fish said, "Don't worry a bit, stay calm. Jump up on my back." And so Charlie did, and they swam and swam and swam, and guess what? They found that mean fish. And Charlie reached over and grabbed his cap, the brand new hat, and they raced back to shore. "Oh, thank you," said Charlie. "I just am so thankful you helped me." And the new fish said, "Well, remember one thing, Charlie. Always mind your parents from telling you don't go near the deep water, and never do it again." So Charlie gave that new fish a big hug, and they lived happily ever after. But we don't know what happened to that mean fish. He never came back. So we don't know what happened to that mean fish, but we're not a bit worried about it. So I just wanted to tell you this story because I keep putting off writing it down. If you have some extra time, maybe you could do some drawings and you could mail them to me if you have time. Now, before I say goodbye, I wanted to show you the tambourine. And Your mom had fun with the tambourine when she was out here. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, you ready? Here's the tambourine. Goodbye, I love you, Nana.